Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Reversal of decision to establish integrated regional offices, and this decision was taken by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And what was the initial proposal and why have they reversed the decision? Those details we must have to understand, and what are all the bodies involved in it, those details we must have to know. Okay, so let us get into the details of it. Recently, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change reversed its decision to establish integrated regional offices. So they have decided to create or establish an integrated regional office by merging certain environmental bodies. Okay, so what are those environmental bodies? We'll understand in a short while. And what was the initial proposal and when was this proposal made? It was made during COVID-19 lockdown. And what was the aim? The aim was to bring together Forest Survey of India, the first body, National Tiger Conservation Authority, second one, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, and then the last one is Central Zoo Authority. So these four bodies were proposed to integrate it. Okay, the ministry has have proposed to integrate these bodies. Okay, so the ministry sought to bring all these bodies under a unified structure. Okay, but then now it has taken back its decision. Why has it taken back its decision? Because this particular integration has certain drawbacks, and many environmentalists and conservationists have raised their concerns and they have criticized this initiation, this proposal. Okay, so why have they taken back the decision and what were the criticisms? Those we have to understand. And this move was intended to streamline operations and create a single point of authority. That was the aim behind the initial proposal. But then what were the criticisms? First thing is, it would undermine the independence and authority of these bodies. These four bodies have their own autonomy and authority. When they are integrated together, there are many chances that their autonomy and authority get spoiled. Okay, it may be disturbed because they have different mandates and roles in environmental governance. Okay, all these bodies are working in different areas and they are expert in different areas. When they are amalgamated together, it is not a good thing. Okay, next is it would create administrative confusion and chaos. Obviously, as these bodies are different, have different reporting structures and jurisdictions. Yes, as we saw earlier, these bodies have different jurisdictions. Their area of working is different. Okay. Next is, it would compromise the quality and credibility of their work. How? Because they will be subjected to political interference and pressure from Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay. So all these bodies were proposed to be under this ministry. So when it is under a ministry, there are many chances that they may face political interference, which will hamper their working, the normal day-to-day working. Next is, it would dilute the focus and expertise of these bodies. Yes, this also we discussed just now, that each and every body that was mentioned in the previous slide have certain focus areas and expertise, and they are specialized and skilled in doing certain tasks, and they have their respective domains. When it is integrated or brought together, then this will be disturbed. Okay, so these were the criticisms posed by environmentalists and conservationists. That is the reason why the ministry has taken back its decision. And yes, reversal of decision was made. So in the recent notification, in the reversal notification, what they have said is they are going to scrap the merger plan. Yes, that is a good thing, but they suggested rearranging the current regional offices. Currently, there are certain regional offices for environment related purposes. So now the ministry in this reversal decision has said that they are going to rearrange the regional offices. But this decision again is facing criticism now. Okay, so for example, Bengaluru regional office will be having jurisdiction for 3 states and 1 union territory. What are the states? Karnataka, Kerala, Goa and the Union Territory Lakshadweep. Okay, but these states and union territories, when we see, they have different geography and environment, but they are clubbed together under this decision, which is again being criticized by environmentalists. Okay, next there are also other concerns raised over the recent plan to merger Project Elephant and Project Tiger. These two projects are working in different area and they have their own autonomy, but when they are brought together again, it will be a problematic situation. Okay, so that is the concern which has been raised recently. So this is the condition as of now. This decision may also be taken back in later period due to pressure from environmentalists. So from exam point of view, what do we have to understand? We must have to understand the bodies which are mentioned there, their background. Okay, a little about their background will be sufficient. Okay, Forest Survey of India, the first body that was there, it is a governmental agency responsible for conducting surveys, assessments and related researches for forest. Okay, Forest Survey of India, they conduct forest surveys, assessments and also other related researches, and this Forest Survey of India replaced an erstwhile body called as Pre-Investment Survey of Forest Resources. Okay, and FSI is an initiative of Indian government which was established in the year 1965 with assistance from FAO and UNDP. What is FAO? Food and Agriculture Organization, and UNDP is United Nations Development Program. These two organizations are assisting Forest Survey of India. Next is India's State of Forest Report. We all know about this report, which gives information about the forest cover and tree cover of India, and this is a biennial publication. This is also important. We have seen this in multiple sessions. It is a biennial report, which means it will be released once in 2 years. Okay, and this publication is made by Forest Survey of India. Okay, moving on to the next body, National Tiger Conservation Authority. It is a statutory body. What is statutory body here? Any body which has been created based on a legislation, based on an act, that is called as statutory body, and it has been established under Wildlife Protection Act. Like we saw, it is a statutory body only when it is established based on an act and a legislation of Parliament or State Assembly. Okay, so Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Under this act only, this NTCA has been established. And when was it established? In the year 2005, and it is based on the recommendations of the Tiger Task Force. Okay, and this body is responsible for managing Project Tigers and all the other tiger reserves in India. Presently we have 53 tiger reserves in India. Next, Union Environment Minister is the chairperson of NTCA and state ministers will be vice chairman. All these details are important from your exam point of view. The next body is Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. Okay, like the name suggests, it is there to combat organized wildlife crime in the country. Okay, so wildlife is facing a lot of issues like illegal trade, poaching and other things. So this body will be taking care to control such illegal trade and poaching, and it is again a statutory body and it has multidisciplinary roles. Okay, so when we say it is a statutory body, it must be under an act, that is the same act, Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, and the bureau has its headquarters in New Delhi, and it advised the government of India relating to wildlife crimes having national and international ramifications. Certain wildlife crimes will have national and international ramifications, and this body will be advising India in those areas, and it will also advise for relevant policies and laws to be made to control illegal poaching of animals. Next is, it also assists and advises the Customs Authority. See here, Customs Authority we have. Customs Authority means import export. Okay, so if there is illegal trade, then these bodies will also come into the picture, and this body will, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau will be helping in inspection of consignments of flora and fauna as per the provisions of Wildlife Protection Act, CITES, and also EXIM policy, okay, export import policy. And then CITES, we all know CITES very well. In multiple classes we have discussed this, that is Convention on International Trade of Flora and Fauna. Central Zoo Authority, it is again a statutory body under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, and it regulate and monitor the functioning of zoological parks in India, okay. And apart from the primary function of granting recognition, this is the body which grants recognition that this is a zoological park, okay. This area will be maintained by this zoological park, and all those recognition will be given by this Central Zoo Authority. And apart from that, it also regulates the exchange of animals of endangered category listed under Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act. This point is very important from exam point of view. Next, the Environment Minister is the chairperson of Central Zoo Authority. So each of these statements can be asked in your prelims directly, okay. So it is very important to have a look at it. Next,